Okay guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's keeping well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to tie my hot tail zonker. It's basically what I did try to create at the time was a perch imitation. So just for the early season, I'll just show you. So you just get your zonker strip and you're just putting a hot tail or just a wee hot spot onto the actual zonker itself. Now to do this, just any sort of way sewing needle, stole this and Miss Leon. So then you want to take some whatever glow bright floss you like, so whatever colour, even thread, it's up to you. Just sort of way match it up if you like with whatever colour of zonker strip you're tying with. So I'm using the glow bright floss number 12 here. Now all I'm going to do is just come in right at the very tip of the needle and put a good 7, 8, 9 turns of the floss in. Now you see this bit, this is very important, don't be trimming that away just yet. Then you want to get your zonker. Now this is just a rabbit fur. It's been cut into a strip. If you're new to flag tying, it's been dyed this lovely olive colour. And where you want your hot spot, you want it off the hook, meaning when you're tying the fur in, the hot spot is going to be on the tail. So just come in, get the spot where you want to tie it on. Now just try and make sure that the head stays central onto the needle. Just come around with a couple of turns just to get it positioned, and then you can tighten into it. Now you may need just a wee tiny bit of moisture just to tighten into it, and just build it up the way you like, just until you've got enough colour. And then we'll just come in and throw in a whip finish. Now the strip might want to get caught, but just be patient. Just put another one in, and then we'll just tighten this up nice and tight, and then get rid of that waste bit there, Scotty boy, and then just come in and trim this away. Now when you're taking it off the needle, just hold this bit that you've left on, come in, and it should just slide off. Now at this point, just pull that bit through. Okay, and then what we're going to look to do is either super glue or varnish, or super glue, varnish, or UV resin over the top. Now I'm just going to try and do this on camera for you, and hopefully we'll not get the rabbit covered in glue, but I like to use super glue to do this. So I'll just come in, hopefully you can see what I'm doing, and just a wee dab of super glue. You don't need too much, just a wee dab the whole way right round. You don't want to be touching that zonker or the hair, just like I did there. I don't think I got much glue on it. Just take your time, right the whole way right round, and then just let that dry. And that's just a wee hot tail on the zonker, and we'll go over now and I'll show you actually how to tie the fly. So I'm just going to leave that to dry, and I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so that's us back, and I've got the hook and the vise. So we're going to tie this on a size 8. This is a B175. It's a Kamasan hook and size 8, so it's a nice heavy gauge wire hook. The thread I'm going to use to tie the fly is the Uni thread 801 black. So what I tend to do is just come in and measure sort of way where I want my throat to be and the head of the fly, and then we'll just work our thread down in fairly close touching turns. Doesn't need to be exactly sort of way perfect. We'll stop there, just past the point of the hook. Now the undertail, I'm using some of the razor flesh for this. So just offer this up, and you want this probably about a length and a half. Well, that's what I'm tying it in as, a length and a half of the hook over the back. And then we'll tie this in heading back down the shank of the hook. Come in, just take the waste ends, and that goes away. Now just get a wee bit of moisture on those, because I'll get another fly to that. Then we take our tail. So this is our tail here, and like I say, you want the hot spot to be over the back of the hook. Come in, just clear a space for your tying thread to go on here at this point. So now see the movement that this separating the zonker strip out gives you. You'll be amazed at that. We'll tie these in different colours. We're tying them all in olive. This is just the one that I'm tying from my own box here. I'll probably tie about 5 of these, but they'll should do me all season now, just to make sure that the zonker strip's not going to move on me, because I'm going to put a rib on the fly. Unfortunately, it's going to be, I'm not going to rib through the zonker strip. Now we'll just let that dry there a wee second, and then we'll come back. We'll come back to it once it's dried. Okay guys, so the glue's dried now, so what I can do is be tight with the zonker strip and fold it back, and then bring my thread in front. Now the body's going to be a gold holographic tinsel, so I want to try and keep the body as smooth as I can, so I'm just going to work my thread forward first. And then tie the tag in on the way down. Okay folks, so I'm just going to tie the wire in the way down. The wire that I'm using is just the Vineyard solid wire number 25. Just stop there for a second because my phone was ringing, and it was a good lady to tell me that there was a cup of tea ready. So we'll get through this fairly sharpish now. So I'm just going to work the thread back down, right tight in underneath that zonker strip I want to be. Now the body, just look at a large holographic gold tinsel. It's about on my desk here, so we'll use this. Just any large holographic gold will work, or whatever you want to use for the body. That's up to you. Like I say all the time, I just want to show you the patterns. You guys here tying them can make your own minds up what you just want to do with them. Nice and tight to that point there. Then I'm going to come around with my holographic gold tinsel, get it right in underneath that zonker strip, and then just overlapping turns of the gold holographic up the body. Follow that around with my thread, and then we'll come in and trim away the waste. Then I'll come up with my wire rib, 4 or 5 turns of the silver wire, just to protect your good half a dozen turns of thread. The wire just protects the tinsel. You can use gold wire, but just wanted to give it a bit of a colour contrast. Now before we bring the zonker over, I want to put a nice wee throat onto this wee pattern. So I'm just going to use a wee orange hen hackle. So I'm just going to take away all the rubbish at the bottom. Now if you don't have orange hen, use orange cock, or if you don't have orange at all as a colour, just use red. Red is quite good for the throat. It's just that I prefer the fish the orange. Now I'm just going to offer this up, and we just want that sort of way the throat, anywhere between the length of the body and less. So just offer it up. A couple of nice tight turns just to make sure it's secured. Just check, make sure everything's centered. It's not, just bring it round, and then come in and just clip everything away as tight as you can get it. might get one or two, just because I'm working with short fibres there. Get one or two that doesn't want to play ball, but we'll tidy that up. Then we'll bring our thread to the front. I'm just going to tidy up over the cut ends there. Then we'll just bring over our Zonker strip, the remaining part of the Zonker strip, nice and tight. I want to leave some fur on at the front. I don't like to strip that off, I like to leave that there. Just pinch it. Come around with a pinching loop. Good half a dozen turns. Just tighten it again, just pulling it nice and tight. Pinch. Just make sure it's tightly tied in, and then I'm just going to come in and just take my time, making sure I can get the sharpest, neatest cut onto the head. Bring my thread to the eye of the hook, and then just build up my head. Now, when you're tying this fly, guys, don't be shy with the size of your head on the pattern. It is meant to represent the bait fish, so be generous with it. Then come in with my whip finishing tool, and we'll just throw in a whip finish. This will work for the wild browns on the locks, on the Irish locks here, and it'll work on for the rainbows as well. Trim away the waste. Now, first coat onto the head, as always with most of my flies. It's just a wee drop of super glue. This will seal up all the thread turns. Just be careful not to get this into your hand hackles. If you're going to use your hand hackles at the front. And then just come in and clean everything off. Just make sure it's all nice and cleaned up at the front. It's got a few wee fibres there, noticed. It's a rabbit. Sometimes you'll get that with a rabbit. Take this away. Sometimes that happens, but just work with it. Don't be losing your temper, or as we say here in Belfast, don't be losing your bop. Just keep your patience, it's just a fly. So there you go, guys. That's my wee hot zonker tail perch fry pattern. And there's one there that's finished. It has the head has been varnished. So tie a few up. Change the style of the colour of the zonker. Change the style of, like I say, go glue bright floss or thread at the back. But the most important part is, do not cut that piece of floss or thread that you leave over the back after you cut your whip finish, cut your tang thread, but leave that part of that thread on. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video, guys. It's really appreciated. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, please consider subscribing. It just helps the wee channel grow. And until the next time, be good. If you can't be good, please be careful. And all being well, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.